guys, so we did a little bit of a warm-up. Now we're going to take a walk around this track here, see what's up. Doing our best to move, right? We don't want to be sedentary. Being sedentary is dangerous. And I don't think that's an overstatement. Too many of us, I was reading a thing the other day, yesterday actually, and they said that only 20% of the jobs today require us to do any type of even moderate activity. To me, I would have said less than that, to be honest with you. 20%, especially today with so many people working from home. I don't know, but either way, I think it's pretty evident that most of us don't, myself included. I certainly don't get enough movement throughout the day. I spend a lot of time sitting at home in front of the computer, and I'm sure most people do. When you compare it, you look at the obesity rates today compared to, we'll go back to 1960. You look at the average weight, how much the average man, how much the average woman weighs today. And it's way more today than it was in 1960. And he said, back in 1960, around half of the jobs that people had required at least some type of moderate activity throughout the day. So things change, but the bottom line is our bodies were made to move. In that sense, our bodies are no different than any other piece of machinery. And that if you just leave it there, whether it's your lawnmower or your car, and you just leave it and never use it, never run it, never move it, what happens to it? Things dry up, things rust up, and then they just don't work. Today a lot of people, make that attempt, at least they seem to be, with their Fitbits and their step counters, and they look to get their 10,000 steps a day or whatever. There's actually studies done on that, and they actually found that the sweet spot on steps per day to get any appreciable health benefit was around 7,000 to 8,000. So even if you don't get your 10,000, if you could consistently get in your 7,000 to 8,000, you're doing yourself some benefit, according to the experts anyway. But I don't think we need the experts. At some point, it's just got to be experience over intellect. You know that if you move, you feel better. I know that's the way with me, and we're all inherently lazy. And believe me, when I say that, I'm talking about myself too. So it's a daily battle to get up and move and do something. And the ironic part about it is, you'll sit and say, well, I just don't have the energy to go do anything. I don't have the energy to go exercise. But the irony in that is that when you do exercise, it actually does boost your energy. It increases blood flow, right? Blood flow to the brain. You think more clear, you're more focused. You just feel better. You get those feel-good chemicals going in your body. The serotonin, the epinephrine, the norepinephrine, all those things. And they just make you feel better. And that's the sad irony, is that we think we can't get up and do anything because we just don't have the energy. But if we push ourselves, see, that's where the mental part comes in. And I know it is with me. Even with my workouts, I don't want to do it every day. Trust me. I don't. But I find that on the days when I don't want to do it most, and I push myself to go do it, it's when I have some of my best workouts, And I can honestly say, I've never finished a workout. I've never walked out of a gym. I've never got done exercising and said, man, I wish I didn't do that. That was a mistake today. Never, ever, that I could think. Thank you.
I said to my husband, just watching him, I went, hey, just watching.
Oh boy. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
All right, guys, we're back on the road here, moving along. That felt good because we were moving, right? We got those feel-good chemicals going. But seriously, when you that little bit of movement every day, whether maybe you're at a desk job, you do work from home, and you just don't move during the day. You got to look for little ways to just get some movement in. Every little bit helps, and that's the truth, especially when it comes to movement. A lot of us are insulin resistant, type 2 diabetics. Even if you go for a little walk after you eat your meals, it's going to help bring down some of that sugar. It's going to prevent, or at least help lower those blood sugar spikes, which is always going to be beneficial for you. We already mentioned the mood enhancement and just generally the way your body feels. I remember, like I said, I was in law enforcement for 32 years. And I can remember back in the day, you'd have the equipment around your waist with your gun belt and all, sitting in a squad car for hours on end. I used to walk a beat when I was a young cop, and the lower back pain was just unbelievable. And back then, I never realized. I did my gym workouts, but I was never into stretching. Never really did any appreciable stretching. I would just go in, do a couple of warm-up sets, and get going. But anyway, later in my career, when I was fortunate enough to get promoted, I had an administrative job, and I worked nights, I worked midnights then, and I'd be sitting for long hours all the time. And I always had, my knees would ache, my ankles, my lower back, and it's all from just not moving, Of course, I wasn't always eating right either, so that goes hand in hand. That's going to drive inflammation even further in your body, and if you compound it by not moving, it's going to make matters even worse, right? So if you're sedentary all the time, and you're not doing the right thing by your body and moving it, you're going to atrophy. It's going to happen. That's one of the universal laws. There's a few of them, but that's definitely one of them that none of us are going to get around. Whatever you don't use, you're going to lose at some point. So that's all it takes, some type of movement. If you have a desk job, get yourself a standing desk. If you can't do that and you're seated at a desk, you're doing some type of job where you have to sit all day, set an alarm. You get up every 30 minutes or so. Anything, shoulder rolls, a couple of body weight squats, walk up and down the hallway, take some deep breaths, whatever it takes just to get your body moving every once in a while so you're not stagnant. And on a daily level, we talk about regular exercise. The experts will tell you 30 minutes a day, at least 5 days a week. That's 150 minutes a week, 2.5 hours out of a week. And 80% of people don't do that.
Thought you were a kid. You're doing great.
Thank you. No kid, for sure.
I thought you were. You're doing great.
Thank you. Have a good day. All right, guys, we're finishing up. I don't know if you heard that woman that just passed me by. She said, "Oh, I thought you were a kid." She was approaching me from behind, doing the jump squats. I thought you were a kid. Very nice woman. Apparently very poor eyesight. But anyway, we're going to finish up. I'm going to go home and go back to not moving. I'm going to sit on my lazy ass and probably edit this video and have my coffee. But either way, I feel better because we got something in for now. We did some movement, right? So it's not just about fitness, guys. It's, we all want to live as long as we can, but we want to live and we want to feel good, physically, mentally. So that's the message of the day. Move your body, get your reps in, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys.